Okay, listen, I will come right out and say it. I don't particularly enjoy having to sit here and tell you that Kate Middleton has copied Meghan Markle beat for beat once again, because I know the conversation we have to have. I know the arguments you're gonna give me. You're gonna tell me, well, Kate was actually the first one to wear a full white suit in 2021, and then Meghan did it at the Invictus Games in 2022. You're gonna tell me, well, Kate has always done sort of a middle part and curls. That's nothing new. I'm here to tell you that I hear you and I acknowledge that those things are true. But we need to have this conversation again anyway, because those arguments tell me that you are still missing the point entirely. Kate, the Princess of Wales, was at the kickoff of the Rugby World Cup in France this weekend. She is the patron of England's Rugby Football Union, so she was there to cheer them on in their opening match. That same day, Saturday, was the kickoff of Prince Harry's Invictus Games in Germany. Last year, to kick off those Invictus Games, Meghan wore an outfit that is so reminiscent of the one that Kate wore this year that, in my mind, there is no way that the timing here is coincidental. This is the last outfit that Kate wore to a rugby match. It's very much more in line with her own personal style, in my opinion. And I'm not just talking about Kate throwing on a white suit here and saying that is copying Meghan. Do you see the difference in these styling techniques for these white suits, Kate in 2021, Meghan in 2022? It's not the suit itself that we're talking about here, it's the styling of it. When Kate does suiting, she does it beautifully, but it's very much within her own style. She loves a slim trouser, she loves this pop of color effect. It is usually broken up by some element that is, again, beautiful, but meant to soften the look, keep her from looking too harsh and too trendy. And this weekend, Kate styled her suit exactly as Meghan styled hers in 2022. We're even talking right down to the necklace with that single pendant and the hair with the middle part and the barrel curls. And again, I can hear you and I understand Kate's always done barrel curls, but she's done bouncy curls that are done right up to the ends. This weekend, she left the ends undone in a much more, I would say, trendy and modern style, similar again to what Meghan wears. Before Meghan was a fixture on the royal fashion scene, these two had very different trademark styles. If you want to pick 3 words to describe them both, I would call Meghan's style for the past few years sophisticated, elegant, minimal. She works in a lot of trending items. Kate's style is also sophisticated, but it's also a little bit more feminine, more soft. The other thing that happened when Meghan entered the royal circuit was she was lambasted by hardcore traditionalists for being too modern, too trendy, trying to change things with her style. She favors neutrals, she favors black, she favors trousers. All things that a classic Kate ensemble shied away from before Meghan made them more mainstream. I also want to say I love both of these styles for these two very different women. This is where Kate started as a royal on the fashion scene. She loved a peplum, she loved a pencil skirt, she loved a fascinator. She was very preppy. And while we can absolutely acknowledge that it's possible to go through a style overhaul, reinvent yourself, I do not think that you can ascribe that to Kate as she has copped some of Meghan's signature outfit formulas. If her style had kept evolving along those lines, I've said this before, I think this is where we would have ended up. But enter Meghan. This happened overnight. This is what you would do if you suddenly knew that you needed to catch up, so to speak, with a new member of your family, someone who was hitting the circuit hard and who was resonating with the public. Suddenly, it felt like Kate was being a style chameleon, not in the way that you are a person who can wear lots of different things, but in the way that she became a person wearing clothes as a costume. For an event where she needed to be seen as a girl boss, she would do bold, monochromatic dressing just like Meghan does. And yet she can still pull off a peplum and look very classic for events that require it. I mean, she also does the Diana cosplay, and when she does this, her fans are very quick to say it's a tribute to Diana. But when it comes to her copying outfits from Meghan's style playbook, again, word for word, suddenly we have blinders on, and there's no possible way that we could admit that Kate might be copying Meghan. I want you to ask yourself, if you feel that way, why is that? Why are you so opposed to a white princess possibly copying a person of color? A princess of color, while we're at it. My point, as always, is just let's keep that same energy. I'm not trying to pit these women against each other, but when the proof is right before our eyes, the playing dumb, it's not cute anymore. For this weekend in particular, I think Kate employed this strategy for one reason only, to get her own image in front of more people. We've talked before about how in the royal family, your image is your currency, and the farther you are able to circulate that, the more power you have. That's why Kate dresses like Diana, because articles get written, I make videos like this, people compare them, and the comparison is usually favorable to Kate. It's the the timing that really hits home for me. Wearing Meghan's Invictus Game outfit on the first day of the new Invictus Games, come on. It's almost like Kate's admitting she knows this is what people are thinking about, and using that as a way to launch her own image even farther. Many possible motivations, but overall, it's time to stop playing dumb.